I'm Anna Cordova, and I am running for Superintendent of Public Instructions because I believe in public education and I believe in Wyoming. I'm born and raised here, third generation Wyomingite, and I'm a product of the public schools. Now, you guys might not realize this, but Dave Friedenthal's daughter and I went to high school together. We graduated together. We were in the same class at Central High. And I just want you guys to think for a second, what other state does the governor send their children to public schools and not private schools? That kind of trust, that kind of endorsement of our public schools really says something about the quality of education in Wyoming. Now, to compound that, what state has public schools where the school that the governor's daughter went to also has feeder schools that are Title I, meaning the families that are struggling the most, the families experiencing poverty and other struggles, and they're offered the same exact opportunities, the same instruction, and the same education as the governor's daughter. That too says something amazing about Wyoming public schools. The quality state is really captured in public education in Wyoming, where everyone is afforded the opportunity to pursue life, liberty, and happiness, where everyone has opportunities, where no one's discarded due to their socioeconomic status or party or other aspects of their background. So I was given the opportunity, which I am so thankful for, of being a product of Wyoming Public Schools. Like I said, I went to Central, class of 04. Go Big Red. And after that, I did what a lot of young people do in the state. I left, unfortunately. I did pursue my undergraduate at New Mexico State in biochemistry. I further studied at Johns Hopkins School of Medicine, where I was pursuing a PhD in human genetics and molecular biology. And all of that was funded by the Bill Gates Millennium Scholars Program. That was an amazing organization that also believed in public education of young people who are committed to their community. One of the big parts of receiving that opportunity and receiving those monies was showing that I was committed to helping the community, that I had a history of community service and leadership, and I showed it, apparently. And that was mainly due to my involvement in the Cheyenne and Laramie County community through organizations like the Laramie County Library. I'm proud to have been on the Youth Advisory Board back when the library was north of the Capitol, and actually helped design our new, beautiful, fabulous library. I say new, it's like 20 years old. But I was a part of that. And it brings me so much joy to know that the people of Cheyenne, the people of the communities, can have a lasting impact, a big impact, an impact that provides to the community what the community is willing to put in. Another area that I worked with was Laramie County Head Start and Community Action. And also the Hope organization, which I guess is kind of redundant, but the Hispanic Organization for Progress in Education, which I still help with to this day. I actually noticed we have one of our scholars here in the audience. I won't point her out, but she is amazing. And just another piece of evidence of the power of our Wyoming schools. I wish her the best, and I'm sure she will do us proud. So, anyway. You might be wondering who I am, which is fair. I haven't been here for a while. I just moved back in April. I spent a little over the last decade living in DC, and that might raise some eyebrows in this arena, and I realized that. However, I was working, again, for people, for community, for nonprofits primarily, all within the higher education space. I worked for Georgetown University in their School of Medicine. I worked for the American Association for the Advancement of Science in developing science curricula for 8th and 10th grade science students that was rigorously tested and shown to outperform typical curricula in the schools where we were able to implement it. I also worked for the Access Lux Institute, which is the only nonprofit dedicated to supporting legal education in all 212 law schools around the nation, including our great law school at the University of Wyoming. And then went on to the Council for Advancement in Supportive Education, which is primarily focused on advancement, meaning alumni relations, philanthropy, and support from those outside of colleges and universities to support their mission. And within that context, I was working primarily with minority-serving institutions and indigenous communities, which is, again, something I'm so proud of, to be able to focus on those that maybe don't have the same opportunities due to socioeconomic status or other barriers. So I would like to ask you to vote for me. I hope you will learn more about my campaign, more about my platform, what I stand for, what I think I can bring to Wyoming. And a big part of that is leadership, and leadership is about listening. So I want to know what you see, what all Wyomingites see. Not just the Democrats, but everyone, because everyone deserves a voice at the table when it comes to deciding our future, and our children, and education is the future. So with that, please find me online, please find me here. I'd love to talk to you more. My Facebook is available at, if you go /ANA4, the number 4, WY, that's also my Gmail address, and I'm happy to give my cell phone number out if any of you have any questions. Thank you so much for coming out. I hope you're enjoying the food, and yeah, go Laramie County, go Wyoming.